Imagine a place where the sea glows, the ruins whisper, and every view steals your breath. This isn't just Greece, it's the Greece you need to see. In the next few minutes, I'll take you to the most unforgettable spots in the country. Stick around, because once you see them, there's no going back. Greece has more islands than you can count, over 6,000, but only about 200 are inhabited. It's the sunniest country in Europe, with around 300 sunny days a year. The Greek language has been spoken for over 3,000 years, longer than any other in Europe. Olives have been grown in Greece since ancient times, and some trees are over 2,000 years old. The blue on Greek buildings isn't just pretty, it's believed to ward off evil spirits. Santorini is one of the most iconic and breathtaking islands in Greece, famous worldwide for its stunning landscapes and unique atmosphere. This volcanic island rises dramatically from the Aegean Sea, offering some of the most spectacular views you'll ever see. Whitewashed houses with vibrant blue domes cling to cliffs that overlook a crystal-clear caldera formed by an ancient volcanic eruption. The island's beauty isn't just in its colors but in its contrasts. Steep cliffs meet calm blue waters, ancient ruins sit beside luxury resorts, and quiet villages hide vibrant nightlife. Sunsets in Oya are more than just a daily event. They're a worldwide phenomenon where the sky explodes with oranges, pinks, and purples, creating unforgettable memories. Santorini's volcanic past gifts it with unique beaches that are unlike any other. Black, red, and even white sand beaches invite you to swim and relax in an extraordinary setting. Venture into the charming, labyrinthine streets filled with cafes, art galleries, and shops where you can taste local delicacies and meet friendly locals. Don't miss tasting the island's famous wines made from grapes grown in volcanic soil, which gives them a distinct and delicious flavor. History buffs will find the ancient ruins of Akrotiri fascinating. This Bronze Age settlement was preserved under volcanic ash and offers a glimpse into life thousands of years ago. Whether you're hiking along the caldera, dining with a sea view, or simply soaking in the serene atmosphere, Santorini is a place that captivates your heart and soul at every turn. This island isn't just a destination, it's an experience that stays with you long after you leave. Zakynthos, also known as Zante, is one of Greece's most stunning Ionian islands, famous for its natural beauty and vibrant coastal life. The island's most iconic site is Navagia Beach, also called Shipwreck Beach, where a rusted ship lies stranded on powdery white sand, surrounded by towering limestone cliffs. The electric blue water here is so bright, it looks unreal until you see it with your own eyes. Accessible only by boat, this beach is one of the most photographed spots in all of Greece, and once you arrive, it's easy to see why. But Zakynthos isn't just about one beach, it's a whole island full of surprises. Head to the Blue Caves on the island's northern coast, where sunlight bounces off the water and paints the cave walls in glowing shades of turquoise. Take a boat tour and watch the sea change colors as you pass through arches carved by nature over centuries. Zakynthos is also home to the endangered loggerhead sea turtle, or Caretta caretta, which nests on the southern beaches like Laganas and Girakas. If you're lucky, you might even spot one swimming near the shore or hatching from the sand at dawn. Beyond the beaches, the island offers scenic mountain villages, olive groves, and hidden monasteries that give you a taste of traditional Greek life. Drive through the countryside, stop at local tavernas, and enjoy dishes made with fresh, homegrown ingredients. Whether you're cliff jumping into hidden coves, snorkeling in crystal-clear waters, or watching the sunset from a quiet hilltop, Zakynthos delivers a perfect mix of adventure and serenity. It's not just a place to visit, it's a place to feel alive. Meteora is one of the most surreal and awe-inspiring places in all of Greece, where nature and spirituality meet in the sky. Massive rock pillars rise hundreds of meters above the Thessalian plain, and on top of them sit ancient monasteries that seem to defy gravity. These monasteries were built by monks seeking isolation and peace, with the earliest ones dating back to the 14th century. At one time, there were over 20. Today, 6 remain active and open to visitors, each offering a glimpse into a sacred and secluded way of life. Climbing to them feels like stepping into another world, where silence speaks louder than words and the air carries centuries of prayer. The views from the top are unlike anything else, rolling valleys, distant mountains, and a sense of calm that fills every corner of your mind. Whether you hike the winding trails or drive the scenic roads, every angle of Meteora reveals a new layer of beauty. Even if you're not religious, the energy here is undeniable. It's a place that makes you pause, breathe, and reflect. Photographers, nature lovers, history fans, and spiritual seekers all find something here that speaks directly to the soul. Meteora isn't just a destination, it's a moment in time suspended between earth and sky. Crete is the largest island in Greece, and it feels like an entire world of its own packed into one unforgettable place. From ancient ruins to stunning beaches, from mountain villages to bustling cities, Crete offers something for every kind of traveler. This is the birthplace of Zeus, home to the legendary Minotaur and the heart of one of the oldest civilizations in Europe, the Minoans. You can walk through the ruins of Naxos, the ancient palace where myth and history blend into stone corridors and colorful frescoes. Then head south and you'll find beaches like Elafonisi, where pink sand meets turquoise water in a place that looks too perfect to be real. Drive inland and the landscape changes. Olive groves stretch for miles, and small villages invite you to stop, eat, and stay a while. The Symi Gorge is one of Europe's longest canyons, and hiking it is like traveling through a natural cathedral of cliffs and wildflowers. Heraklion and Chania, the island's main cities, are alive with culture, Venetian harbors, and food that will ruin you for anything else. Cretan cuisine is built on simplicity and freshness, olive oil, herbs, mountain greens, goat cheese, and local wine, and it's unlike anything you've tasted before. The people here are fiercely proud, deeply hospitable, and always ready to share a story or a shot of Reiki. Crete isn't just an island, it's a universe of history, nature, flavor, and soul, all wrapped in one. Milos is one of Greece's most underrated islands, but once you visit, you'll wonder why everyone isn't talking about it. This volcanic island in the Cyclades is known for its surreal landscapes, hidden coves, and some of the clearest waters in the Aegean. The coastline is wild and varied, over 70 beaches, each one completely different from the last. Zakynthos is the most famous, with white volcanic rock that looks like the surface of the moon, and water so blue it barely looks real. Then there's Lefkada, a former pirate hideout only reachable by boat, where white cliffs and sea caves create a maze of beauty. Sigorado is an adventure just to reach. You'll climb down ropes and ladders to find a secret beach tucked between cliffs. Beyond the beaches, Milos is full of small fishing villages like Plima, where colorful houses line the water and boats sway with the tide. The island's history runs deep. It's where the Venus de Milo was discovered, and its catacombs are among the oldest in Greece. Wander through Plaka, the hilltop capital, where narrow streets, white houses, and sunset views create a quiet kind of magic. Milos isn't loud or flashy, it's raw, untouched, and impossibly beautiful. It's the kind of place you don't just visit, you fall into it and never want to leave. Mykonos is Greece's party island, but it's also so much more than just nightlife and beach clubs. This Cycladic gem blends glamour, tradition, and natural beauty in a way that's totally its own. Kora, the main town, is a maze of whitewashed alleys, lined with bougainvillea, luxury boutiques, and iconic windmills overlooking the sea. Every turn feels like a photo shoot, blue doors, stone paths, and the glow of the Aegean just around the corner. Little Venice is the perfect spot for sunset, where the sea kisses the edge of bars and balconies and the sky puts on a show. During the day, hit beaches like Saro, Paraga, or Paradise, where crystal clear water meets non-stop energy. By night, world-class DJs, rooftop bars, and open-air clubs turn the island into one of Europe's most legendary party scenes. But there's a quieter side too. Explore Onyomera, a traditional village with a peaceful square and historic monastery. You can also take a short boat ride to Delos, one of Greece's most important archaeological sites, where ancient ruins stretch across a sacred island. Whether you're dancing till dawn or soaking in the sun on a hidden beach, Mykonos has a way of making every moment feel electric. It's not just a party, it's a lifestyle you'll want to dive into again and again. Corfu is one of Greece's greenest islands, where lush hills, Venetian charm, and turquoise waters come together in perfect harmony. Located in the Ionian Sea, it's a place where every corner feels like a blend of cultures. Greek, Italian, British, and French influences are all woven into daily life. Corfu Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is filled with pastel buildings, cobbled alleys, elegant arcades, and two massive fortresses watching over the sea. Walk the Liston Promenade, sip coffee in Spionata Square, and feel the rhythm of a town that's both laid back and full of life. Head north to Paleokostritsa, where dramatic cliffs drop into sparkling coves and boat tours take you into sea caves hidden by nature. The island is covered in olive trees, millions of them, and the landscape feels more like Tuscany with a Greek soul. Visit Achillean Palace, once home to Empress Symi of Austria, and stroll through gardens overlooking the sea and statues of Greek heroes. Glyfada, Barbati, and Agios Gordios are just a few of the island's many beaches, each offering a different kind of paradise. Up in the hills, mountain villages like Lacones and Old Parithia serve local dishes in quiet tavernas with sweeping views. Corfu isn't just beautiful, it's layered, cultured, and deeply romantic. It's the kind of island that doesn't shout for your attention, it simply wins you over, one sunset at a time. Symi is a tiny island with a big personality, tucked near the Turkish coast and bursting with neoclassical beauty. As your boat pulls into the harbor, it feels like entering a painting. Pastel-colored mansions stacked on the hills, mirrored in calm, blue water. The town of Jalos is one of the most picturesque ports in all of Greece, and it's impossible not to stop and stare. There are no big resorts here, just charm, character, and an atmosphere that moves at its own slow, graceful pace. Walk up the Kali Strata, a stone staircase of over 500 steps, and you'll reach Symi, the old town, filled with quiet corners and sweeping views. Symi's beaches are small and often only accessible by boat, but that's part of the magic. Each one feels like a private discovery. Places like Nano, Agios Georgios, and Marathonda offer crystal-clear waters backed by cliffs and pine trees. The monastery of Archangel Michael Panormitis is one of the most important in the Dodecanese, and its peaceful setting by the sea makes it worth the trip. Seafood here is king, and the island is famous for its tiny Symi shrimp, fried whole and eaten like popcorn. There's no rush, no noise, just the rhythm of boats, church bells, and the occasional clink of glasses by the water. Symi isn't loud or famous, it's quiet brilliance, waiting to be noticed. Naxos is an island that feels deeply grounded, shaped by nature, tradition, and a quiet confidence that doesn't ask for attention. It's large, generous, and full of contrast. Open beaches give way to rolling hills, and the coast slowly rises into green mountains touched by wind and light. There's a sense of stillness here, not inaction, but peace, a calm rhythm that flows through the land, the people, and even the air. The island is fertile and full of life, with fields, orchards, and stone terraces that show how closely the land is tied to everyday living. Life moves slowly, not because it has to, but because there's no need to rush when everything around you feels real and present. Hospitality comes naturally here. It's quiet, warm, and honest, without performance or pretense. Meals are made from the earth, traditions are held with care, and conversations often last longer than the sunset. Wandering across the island feels like a return to something old and meaningful, like walking through a story that doesn't need to be told to be understood. Nothing is forced. Beauty is everywhere, but never loud. History is alive, but never frozen. Naxos gives you space, not just to move, but to feel, to think, and to simply exist in a place that asks nothing from you but your presence. It's not about escape, it's about coming back to what matters. Kefalonia is one of those places that doesn't ask for your attention, it earns it the moment you arrive. The island is wild and graceful all at once, shaped by steep cliffs, dense forests, rolling hills, and endless blue horizons. Its beauty isn't loud or polished, it's natural, powerful, and often completely unexpected. Every turn of the road reveals something new, a quiet cove, a hidden valley, a hilltop view that stops you in your tracks. The pace of life is slower here, more grounded, and everything seems to move with the rhythm of nature. Villages are peaceful and welcoming, with narrow streets, stone houses, and locals who treat strangers like old friends. Food isn't just food, it's tradition, made from ingredients grown in the same soil for generations and cooked with quiet pride. There's no pressure to do anything here, but the island offers everything: space to explore, room to breathe, and silence that speaks louder than words. Whether you're driving through mountain roads, floating in clear water, or simply watching the sun disappear behind the hills, Kefalonia has a way of grounding you. It doesn't overwhelm you with things to do, it invites you to just be. And that feeling stays with you, long after you've left its shores. Lefkada is the kind of place that doesn't ask for your attention, it takes it without permission, slowly, quietly, and completely. The first thing that strikes you is the color of the water, so bright and impossibly blue it feels like it was painted by something greater than nature. Then comes the land itself, bold and unshaped, where cliffs fall steep into the sea and hills roll endlessly into green. There are no massive crowds, no noise trying to sell you something, just the raw, honest rhythm of a place that knows exactly what it is. Everything here feels effortless, but nothing is forgettable. You wake up to the hum of cicadas and fall asleep to the hush of waves, and somewhere in between, the day just happens to you. There are no distractions, just sun, wind, earth, and sea, blending into each other like they were always meant to be. People here live differently, not in a rush, not trying to impress, just moving in time with something ancient and calm. You feel it in the way they speak, in the food that tastes like it was grown with care, in the warmth that isn't for show. There's no need to chase experiences here, they come to you. Maybe it's a hidden trail that leads to a view you'll never forget. Maybe it's a quiet moment on the shore, with nothing but sky above and salt on your skin. Maybe it's just the realization that you haven't checked your phone in hours, and you don't care. This isn't a place you pass through, it's a place that stays with you. And once it finds you, you'll keep returning in your mind, long after you've left the island behind. In a country full of beauty, this is one of those rare places that doesn't need to try, it just is. Paros is the kind of place that reveals itself slowly, one layer at a time, never all at once. The first thing you notice is the harmony, between light and shadow, between sea and land, between tradition and movement. It's not loud, not hurried, not demanding. It simply exists in balance, and that's where its power lies. The island has a calm confidence, a sense that it has nothing to prove and nowhere to be. Time feels different here, like the days are longer and the sky is always just a little brighter. It's an island shaped by wind and stone, with landscapes that shift from smooth beaches to rocky hills in a matter of minutes. Every path feels like it was carved with intention, like it leads somewhere worth seeing, even if you don't know where you're going. The architecture is all clean lines and white curves, not designed for attention but still impossible to ignore. And the colors, the blinding white, the deep blue, the occasional splash of green, never stop changing under the sun. Even the shadows feel like part of the design. This island's marble was once considered some of the finest in the ancient world, used to create sculptures that still define classical beauty today. Some of the oldest religious structures in Greece stand here, built centuries ago and still standing strong, weathered but unshaken. The walking paths have existed for over 1,000 years, connecting quiet villages and sacred spaces, walked by countless feet across countless generations. And the wind here isn't just part of the weather, it's part of the identity, shaping both the land and the way people move through it. For all its history, Paros doesn't feel stuck in time. It feels alive, like it's always breathing, always shifting, always inviting you to notice something new. It doesn't demand your attention, but once it has it, you won't look away. It's not a place you rush through. It's a place that asks you to slow down, to listen, to feel the space between the noise. And once you do, you'll understand why people come here for a weekend and stay for a lifetime.